Yo, I want to take back what I said before about Trable and about Sugar. Whoa. Dude, yo. For a guy rocking the sticky, this dude has some serious speed. And power. And accuracy. What? Oh man, okay, alright, but before I get started, of course, this is going to be One Piece chapter 738 review. Now, go down in the description box below, grab your Thunderstone, and evolve from a Pikachu to a awesome Raichu, and join me, the King of Lightning, in the halls of Lightning. Alright, that means patreon.com, go. Alright, I'm going to probably do some Patreon only stuff, videos, because those guys, they do deserve it. That's the truth, alright? They have taken they have taken upon themselves to go above and beyond. They have gone Super Saiyan 4. So, excuse me, Super Saiyan God. So, you guys hop on that if you want to be a part of that, and also, you know, have chances of winning pretty high-end gifts, alright? So, that's it. We have 43 right now, and we want a lot more. That's very obvious, alright? Out of the thousands, hopefully we can get a lot more. So, if you're down for it, if you're down for the cause, go. Now, that being said, alright? This one right here, I think, was surprising in the sense that, we get to see Robin's powers a lot more, which I thought was fascinating, because once Trable does his, like, sticky gun thing, and he shoots a fly between the eye, there's an explosion in the wall. So it was extreme overkill. And Robin, she took her head and she made it appear where the fly was outside of the executive tower. So I'm sitting here like, that's actually pretty cool, Robin. Like, Robin is actually very... I can't say that she's mastered her power, but she's become far more versatile when it comes to using her power, that's for sure. So she can make, you know, parts of her body appear anywhere she wants to. And, you know, like, we've seen this before, but now we actually, like, see, like actual bodies, actual, like, you know, full-on walking bunshins that, like, pretty much guide people, and they can trick people like Trable, like what happened to him. So that was actually very nice to see Robin do that. Then, what surprised me, number 2, was Sugar. And after the Dwarves are convinced by Usopp pretty much to gain confidence, which is so ironic, because Usopp, he is the last dude on the planet that should be talking about confidence, alright? I mean, after all, his dream is to become a brave warrior of the sea. And I'm just saying, again, he's the last dude on the planet that you want to talk about confidence. But here we have the Dwarves. And instead of doing some special ops maneuver, since Trable is being guided outside of the executive tower, they have the confidence, not only via in that notion, but also in the notion that in the notion that Sugar appears to be weak because she appears to be a young girl, even though we know that she's much older than that, and of course through Usopp's words. And so they have like a full frontal assault to try and make her swallow like this thing. Of course, it'll be easier to knock her out, but of course, you know, she looks like a girl, a young little girl, so we can't actually hurt her. Oh my god! So they're gonna put this, you know, Tabasco thing in her mouth so she can swallow it, which sounds kind of wrong because, again, she's a little girl making her swallow stuff, but you get my point. The thing here is this, though. No. It doesn't fly that route, man. She has some serious combat skills. So that threw me off too, alright? She's able to react to the Dwarves and their speed, where normal people cannot even, like, perceive them. And she's able to instantaneously change these Dwarves into toys, and immediately those who remember them forget about them. And she gives them the order to kill everyone in the executive tower. So I'm sitting here, I'm like, yo, Sugar is actually very impressive when it comes to her combat prowess. So she has a hack's power and she has some combat skills going on there. So Sugar has moved up the list as, okay, so you may not want to fuck with her because she is pretty good. And in fact, someone like Usopp is the best person to go against her because he has the long distance sniping, like the long distance sniping abilities. Skills, I should say. But I guess he's so much of a coward because he's hiding behind like some wall right now. Which is some real, it's a real bitch move. Well, let's move on. We have then Trable, after being, we have Robin, she points over to like the fourth ward, like there's fighting over there. He blitzes over there. He's like, oh, like, what are you guys doing? And then they're like, oh, no, it's okay, cool. Like, there was some box full of the bees, and everything's fine. Tribble turns around, sees Robin hauling ass. He's like, no, he just blitzes. He blitzes again. Catches her. She disappears, because it was like a clone. It was a flower clone. And he's like, the fuck is this shit? Then he does something called Sticky Chain. Yeah, Sticky Chain. He grabs the ship. And he throws the ship into the executive tower. He throws a giant ship. Is it galleon class? I don't think so. I couldn't really tell. But he throws a ship into the executive tower. That's massive overkill. But it's mad impressive. So I take back what I said completely about him being the weakest of the three. He may in fact be the strongest of the three. It's crazy. I mean, granted, when you look at Diamante appears to be the guy that actually belongs in like special powers. Because his power to change all matter into flutter matter, that's a special power in of itself. But when you look at the combat-wise so far, it's looking that Trable is like number one, combat-wise. So, he grabbed the ship and he was... And I'm like, wait, dude, whoa, hold on. Pause. You have the strength to do that? Seriously? And he has the hand-eye coordination where he can hit flies between the eyes in like an instant? Yo, Trable is rocking some serious power right now, man. The sticky fruit, which sound like a bitch fruit, which seemed real pathetic, is looking massively impressive right now. So, Trable, can I say Trable for the motherfucking win now? Even though I did say that he was, very man. Yeah, I'm going to take back what I said. Completely and utterly. So, let's move on. There's also one last part of the chapter. We get to see the factory, alright? And apparently, according to one of the guys, their princess is ill. And we don't know if that's true or not, but she's ill. And that's what the guys are telling the dwarves. And the dwarves, they're very gullible, alright? The Tontata dwarves are actually very, very gullible. And even though they ate some bad food, or at least one of the guys ate some bad food, he was picking up, like, and they have a lot of strength. So they're carrying, like, these giant steel, sad, contraptions. And there's like a giant garden full of like all these sad fruits. Or SAD, I should say. And the thing about it is that the dwarves, they see their masters, at least in these two dwarves, they see their masters as like individuals that they can trust. So, it's kind of like a form of Stockholm Syndrome, but not really. Because they still, they're just very gullible, alright? They're very gullible, and they're easy to trick and manipulate. So, that's probably why they haven't had any, dwarf, rebellions within the factory anytime soon. Because they've been tricking the dwarves all this time. Now, is she sick? I don't know. But, again, they're still being tricked, and they're still very gullible nonetheless. So... That's it, you guys. It's actually a very simple chapter. I do like the fact that we get to see a lot of the powers and abilities being utilized with Robin, with Sugar, and with Trable. We get to see the factory and how the factory, it's like an actual garden with smile fruits hanging on trees. And I did also like the fact that Ichiro Oda, because, and this is very unfortunate, because it's rare. but he actually stayed on course with the section, or with this particular story narrative, where in which he focused on what was going on with Usopp and Robin and their situation, and with the dwarves. He focused on that. He didn't jump to another part. Even though I really want to see what's going on with Sanji. And by the way, I did a video about Big Man and their powers and what they could be. That link is going to be right here. And even though I really want to see what's going on there, I really want to see what's going on with Sabo. I want to see what's going on with, Trable. With Pika and Luffy and Zoro. Even Kinemon. Like, where the hell is Kinemon? And the thing about it is that Oda did stick with this particular point, which means that we've made progress within this particular point, within this certain section of the story. And that, to me, I did like. Because then we can cover other parts of the story easier. Though, this was an issue with me when it came to the previous point of Law versus Flamingo and Fujitora, because there was mad hype backing that. There was significant hype backing that, and Oda just seemed to glaze over it. Where which this one, well, there's a lot of hype going for the Sabo thing too, but I'm not too worried about that one as opposed to what's going on with Sanji and Big Mom. So that one I'm worried about, but I do still appreciate the fact that Oda actually stuck with this point in the story, and he progressed in that point more so than any other of the points. So that, to me, I did like a lot. And that's it. So the chaptering overall, I'm going to give it a good. It was a good chapter, One Piece, and the main thing, Trable, it's just throwing me for a damn loop. There was progression of story when it came to this particular point of the story, when it came to this particular section of the story. And I'll leave it at that. So, good chapter. I did like it. I found it enjoyable. King Lightning. Be sure, of course, rate the video, comment, and subscribe as always. Peace. Have a nice day.